Hello everyone, welcome back to some bridge. I feel like since Advent of Code ended, I've just been, I don't know, I haven't actually recorded that many videos, right? I did a crossword video. I recorded and uploaded, but I don't know if I'll publish a kind of programming game video that I ended up having less fun with than I thought. And now some bridge, and I don't know. Did I do any video games yet? I don't think so. It's kind of one of the things the channel struggles with. Is that I refuse to focus on just one thing, and so most of the subscribers don't watch most of the videos, which is YouTube poison. But that's okay. You know, if you're into bridge, you can watch this. If you're not, then YouTube probably didn't recommend it to you to begin with. I'm just playing in one of BBO's free day-longs today. This is since it's Saturday, there's the 2-day weekend event, which I'm not a huge fan of, so instead I'm playing in the 12-board Interstate Robot Individual, which is a bit longer than the usual 8-board events, and it groups you by state, and you know the top participants for each state contribute to that state's overall score, and then a winning state is declared. And the state is usually just whoever has the most people because of the way that they select representatives. So California wins a lot, but not necessarily because Californian bridge players are better, just because of statistics. Anyway, so 12 boards, match points, best hand. So not quite real bridge, but not as far off as something like Just Declare. I actually don't want to bid with this hand at all. Like, it's 12 high card points, obviously. And in third seat, they say you can open light sometimes, but opening a crummy minor when you don't have, I don't know. I have 7 cards in the majors. I guess that's more than average. I probably should bid something. But, like, all my honors are so, yeah, I don't care. I thought I turned off, oh, right. Recently, BBO reset all my settings for some unexplained reason. That's why I keep getting these UGRAP pop-ups. Okay, I don't want to show my account page, which is where all the settings are, so I'm going to pause for just a sec. Alright, I forgot I had... It's been so long since I saw those that I was like, why am I seeing so many of these recently? And it's because I used to have them disabled. And then BBO undid that for no clear reason. So, I don't know, like, this is 13 points, sorry, 12 points, 7 cards in the majors. But my honors are all isolated. I don't have any 10s or 9s. I'm 4 triple 3. I only have 3 spades, like a below average number of spades. I'd have to open my worst suit. I think I'm going to pass this. Okay. Well, I mean, we have more points than they do. We have a club partial. It probably scores badly. Kind of amazed East didn't open 2 hearts. Oh, that's right. They hate doing... The robots will never do that if they have a 4-card side suit. Okay, 57. It actually scores well. Getting overboard in clubs, maybe, after a club past 2 clubs? A club a diamond? 2 diamonds? We end up losing 2 spades and a heart. Okay, winning tricks. You can win 5 clubs, because you'll find out about the 4-1 split in time. 1 or 2 diamonds. Call it 2. No, you should probably get the diamonds wrong, honestly, after finding out about the club split. So 5 clubs, 1 diamond is 6. You can get a heart and a spade is 8, but it's hard to stop in 2 clubs. You might be in like 4. Or 3-0 or something on this. Partner loves your club bid, which is one of the reasons I don't want to bid this suit. This partner doesn't get the right idea about my hand. Okay, well, the pass worked out. Great. This is 13 points. Again. No, the last one was 12. This is 13, and I have 4 spades, and I'm not in third seat, so you really are obligated to open this, and you shouldn't even feel bad about it. I like rebidding 1-0 with this kind of hand. I prefer getting my no-Trumpy nature out of the way and narrowing down my point range rather than emphasizing the major. But I know that's not what the robots like. They'll never believe I have 4 spades if I bid 1-0, so I'm bidding a spade. That's not my preferred style, but that's the system I've quote-unquote agreed to play with the robots. pass here. I have nothing special to say. I could say no. I should have a better hand to bid 2 hearts, right? That should be like at least 15 or something. It says 12 to 18, but like you should have more. You shouldn't just be correcting to a better partial when it might not even be a better partial. You should at least have some hope that there's still a game, even though partner has shown a minimum. Like, partner might have 9 for 1 no. Your 2 hearts should probably show like 16 or 15 at least. Well, pretty horrible. I mean, where are our tricks? Like, maybe if I'm really lucky, I could get 4 hearts, although I don't think that's going to happen. Probably I'm just going to put in the jack, which will win, and then I get 3 hearts because he says queen 10 fourth or something. I could play low, and then West would... Low might be better, actually. No, I'm so short of dummy entries, I don't want to spend one on finessing hearts. I guess I don't really have anything else to do with them, though. The main advantages of low is what if East has queen fourth and West has... Sorry. What if East has 10-9 fourth and West has queen x? Then low actually produces a third heart trick. Whereas the jack only really produces an extra heart trick if I can't take the finesse myself later, or if the suit is 3-3 and this keeps the suit unblocked. But I don't think any of that is super likely. What I want to do is like use my dummy entries to lead spades a bunch of times. Just in case West has honor X. You finesse once and then finesse again. And that way you pick up 2 spade tricks. Oh man, YouTube music is playing some straight garbage. 1 sec. You can't hear it, of course. I would never dream of sharing YouTube music on a YouTube channel, but I listen to music while I'm playing these, and it always goes off the deep end eventually. If you just tell it play something, it just starts wandering off. Yeah, I think... I also want to play Club the Queen at some point, but... The moment you do that, they're going to start like rattling off clubs and diamonds. I guess that's a point, is like... The opponents can take 4 diamonds. If you lead a club, they're going to be able to take 1 of those. And, like, if you lose a spade, they can actually... Like, I don't know. I don't think we're going to get 7 tricks. I could get 6 if, like, I get the hearts and clubs right. I'm going to put in the jack. Bleh. Alright, I'll duck. I don't think West has led low from... I mean, he could have ace... Like, okay, so here's a question. How do you handle this diamond suit? If the opponents had never led the suit, and for some reason I was left with no choice but to play diamonds myself, the only reasonable line would be low to the queen, hoping West has ace-king. Now West has led a diamond, making me believe he probably doesn't have ace-king. Should I do something differently? I think the answer is still no. Generally. You shouldn't assume... Like, when does playing the 9 ever work? When does it gain you something? Wait a minute. Is low to the 9 actually a playable line normally? No, right? Well, if West had Jack 10... No, it's not. Because you could play low to the 9, and even if you were right and West had Jack 10, East could win ace. And then the next time you lead the suit, West could just stick in the Jack. So no, there's no way low to the 9 is ever the correct line in isolation. And it can't really... The only thing, the advantage it could have here is that the opponents could... Like, I could convince the opponents not to continue diamonds somehow. But I don't see how the 9 would do that, so... You just put in the queen. And maybe I'm going to get punished for ducking a heart here. Ah! Ah! A miracle! It's a Christmas miracle! Wow. Well, now I have 2 dummy entries. Maybe I should start ducking spades. That costs more tempo than attacking clubs, but what are they going to do? Attack clubs for me? That's fine. Alright, well, now I can't really attack spades anymore. Because the opponents have at least 3 clubs and at least 3 diamonds. That would be 8 tricks for them, leaving me with 5. So if I lose a spade, that would be them getting... I would get only 4 tricks. So we just have to cash out here. And East did have 10-9 fourth. So low would have produced an extra trick, where the jack at trick 1 did not. So my careful and obviously correct line in diamonds may be canceled out by my thoughtless... I mean, not thoughtless. I thought about it. My perfectly incorrect play in hearts. Because I think a lot of the field is not going to go up with the queen of diamonds. Even though there's no, like, clear... There's, like, no layout where it's wrong. Okay, East having ace-king tight, I guess. But West wouldn't lead the ace and the 8 in that case. It just, like, it wins so rarely. Why do it? And you say, oh, I'll put in the 9. Maybe something good will happen. But there's nothing good that can happen. Whereas if you put in the queen, something good can happen. Okay, I'm pleased with this, honestly. I mean, it's a 76. You should be pleased. I'm surprised more people aren't ducking trick 1. Huh. Alright. Because I think, like, if you had unlimited entries to both hands, ducking... Well, playing low from dummy at trick 1 is obviously correct. I think. You can always finesse the jack later, right? I guess if you were hoping East had queen 3rd, putting in the jack is the only way to get 4 heart tricks without blocking the suit. But that's never going to happen. Get real. This is not forcing, surely. Yes. Very well. Oh, no. I mean, I pass, clearly. Yeah, okay. This is, I mean, we have a spade fit, but I have what looks like 3 tricks on defense, and partner apparently has a decent hand with heart defense. 200 would be fantastic. I could have overtaken this and returned, but I can't actually, like, there's no point. I'm not roughing. West is over roughing anyway. And I didn't want to leave partner in doubt about what minor suit to return after I cross back in spades. Whoa! Also, he couldn't, it turns out, return the right minor suit. Alright, we beat him, partner. Good work. I don't think trying to uppercut with the 4 is ever going to accomplish anything. So I'll play low. I'll pitch here, and that way Declare knows less about how the hearts are splitting. Maybe that'll matter somehow. Alright, 500 then. Yes. Oh, nice double, partner. Oh boy. This is the kind of hand where, like, you clearly have to double, but if partner passes, you're gonna be having a bad time. I don't know, I mean, I have 3 tricks. Partner passes, you can probably come up with 2, even though, like, you know, like, takeout doubles with a void are dangerous because partner, you know, will pass somewhat often, and you have, like, terrible trumps, but you clearly can't do anything else here. Three spades is not correct. Yeah, okay, he passes. Pretty big hearts. So 9 of diamonds, obviously, if partner were a human, I would 100% believe them that this 9 is singleton or doubleton. With Gib, I'm not 100% sure. I also don't totally trust him to return a spade. You could imagine he might try a heart hoping for me to ruff, but no, I wouldn't double with a heart void, so he won't do that. I don't think partner has 5 spades, right? So these 2 spades should cash, which means... but the thing is, I want to cash ace of diamonds, give partner a ruff, get back in with spades, cash another spade, give partner a promotion in diamonds. And so I could cash 1 spade before or not cash 1 spade before. With a human, it would be nice, because like I could lead the king, and when it holds, partner would say, okay, he's definitely got the ace. Gib is not going to draw that inference, and so I don't think there's any real advantage to playing a spade. Okay, I have determined that indeed partner's 9 was short. Therefore, I will ask for a spade return. Not that he understands that's what I'm asking for. Ah! I was right. Partner didn't have 5 spades. He had 6. Okay. Oh boy, what a world. Alright, and we're pretty sure the Queen of Hearts was actually stiff. I didn't believe... I don't know. This is... I guess I should have returned a heart. No, I couldn't. I mean, I returned a diamond, which you ruffed. You could have ruffed the heart instead, but that doesn't make a difference. Okay, partner, sure. You better have another trump trick in there, bucko. Thank you. Yeah, it turns out leading diamonds was not the greatest idea, I think. Or maybe I was supposed to cash 2 diamonds so partner could pitch his heart loser and then attack spades to tap declare. That's the double dummy line? It says any lead is fine. We're only ever getting it down 2. Interesting. So it just doesn't matter what I do. Partner ruffing, partner getting their stuff promoted, it's all good. And yet we got a 20%. I guess we're bidding game at other tables? Oh yeah, if I balance with 3 spades, partner's going to bid 4 spades. And it looks like we're making 6. Losing just a heart. You can easily draw enough trump. Well... you might have to lose 1 more trick because you don't have enough trumps to ruff everything with the suit 2-2. So I guess what you should do is take the diamond finesse. Yeah. After drawing trump, of course. It looks like, oh no, you might lose a diamond trick if the finesse is off. A, it's likely to be on because of the 3 club bid. But B... even if it is off, it doesn't matter because the ace of diamonds still provides a useful trick. You get to pitch the last club, which you won't have enough trumps to ruff. So don't take the diamond finesse right away, because if trump are 1-1, you don't need it. But if trump are 2-0, you should take the diamond finesse. So East's best defense, as it turns out, would be ace of hearts, diamond, so that you have to decide right now whether to take the diamond finesse. And at that point, probably you should take it, but it's not totally clear. Anyway. Don't know why I got a 20% for that. I mean, I guess I do. People are bidding 3 spades with this. It's not disgusting. It's not disgusting, right? The spades are a lot better than the hearts. But I don't think the spades are good enough that I'm... Well, okay. Like, if I were 5-3... Like, if my last heart were a club, I would still want to bid something, but the major suit disparity would be so great that I would not really want to double. So then I might bid 3 spades. I think the hand is good enough in balancing seat that you could bid 3 spades. It's just there's another bid that describes your hand better, and that's double. So, got by the field there. This is my second time being 5-5 in the minors, isn't it? Yeah. Kind of unusual. I knew there had been at least 2. I was looking back to see if there had been a third. I wasn't sure. The mixed raise? Yeah. I still barely understand what a mixed raise is. My partner's explained it to me 100 times, and I'm like, I don't really get it, man. I've become incapable of absorbing new bridge concepts. I don't see any reason to bid here. I have some extra length in clubs. Nobody cares. My hand's not good enough, really, to get involved at the 4 level. Double just, like, doesn't do anything. I don't have spades. Alright. I don't love passing this, though. At imps, you 100% pass here. Is there some argument that at match points you should bid 4 clubs? I think if they double that, you're extremely likely to go for like 800. Which I guess mean, but I don't know. That doesn't necessarily mean that the contract is always down 3, just that like if it is down 3, they'll find the double. If it goes down only 1 and it isn't doubled, it could be profitable. But I think with like King X of hearts in front of the heart bidder and a stiff spade, there's just no, you can't bid here, even at match points. Plus, they might go down in 3 hearts. If partner starts off with Kraken defense like this. Partner played the 2 of spades. I do not believe the bots understand about suit preference when giving a ruff. Is there another word for that situation? Like, I don't think so. I think it's just suit preference. Like, suit preference when giving a ruff. There's not a special meaning for that, is there? I don't think so. Special word. I don't think the bots know about this, so I'm just going to play diamonds. Because I know I have the clubs covered up. And if partner really is roughing clubs, that means the ace and queen are both winning tricks anyway. Declare can't pitch them all. Okay. Well, too bad. 4 clubs would have done okay, I think. But it's sort of partner's job to bid it with a stiff heart, I think. If we're going to bid anything. Well, I don't. Okay, partner's hand is not good enough to bid at the 4 level. Mine isn't either, I think. In 4 clubs, you actually don't lose any clubs. And if you read the suit correctly, you can lose just 1 diamond and 1 heart. You make 5? Pretty fortunate layout. I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to bid something here. I don't know. Like, partner has a perfect hand, despite being like a minimum. And the opponent's cards are laid out pretty friendly as well. I don't think I'm supposed to bid here. I don't know why it's not giving me the results for this last hand. Whatever. On we go. Oh, I like playing a strong club system where I can just look at a hand like this and I don't have to finish counting the points. I can just open a club. But here, I mean, this is definitely not a 2 clubs hand in standard. One heart and then reverse into spades seems perfectly suitable. Whoa! All right, I'm on the hunt for slam here. What do I need to know? Really, what I want to know is if partner has the ace of diamonds. And that's not enough to be certain that we're in slam, but it would make me feel a lot better about looking for it. So, if you were playing like a last train style of slam tries, you have to bid 3 spades here. But Gib just bids controls up the line. And so to entice partner to show the control you care about, you can cue the suit below it. 4 clubs, denying the ace of spades, but I don't really care what you think, and inviting you to show the ace of diamonds if you have it. And he does. Now, obviously, when I bid for no, I'll find out about whether he has the ace of diamonds anyway. So has this really achieved anything? Well, it's made me feel better about bidding for no, but maybe that's not anything. But like, what would the alternative be? Bid 3 spades and find out if he has the king of spades early? Sure, but I don't know how much I care about the king of spades. So I don't know. I'm just gonna bid for no here. I could bid 4 spades and see if partner takes control with 4 no, but if he doesn't, it's a disaster. So Gib plays 30 14s. This shows 1 key card. Oh god, I forgot. It's been so long since I've played 4-no is key card no matter what the suit is. I forget that, like, you have these problems where you can't find the queen because you bid too high. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna bid 6, right? I don't really care. So key card was just for fun, I guess. It wasn't what I wanted. Like, I don't know. Key card couldn't really tell me what I wanted to know. But we just don't have good cue bidding methods anyway, so you might as well bid it on your way to the slam, I guess. Yuck. Okay, so if hearts are not 4-0, we can 100% make this by drawing 2 trumps and leaving the 3rd out there. Pitch 1 spade on a club and ruff the other 2 spades. Now, that's not necessarily the best line for over tricks, but I think it's probably pretty reasonable. Especially if, like, you think the field might not all be in slam, you should try to make it rather and not risk it for an over trick. And like, what would you like even do to try to improve your chances? You would try to find the queen of hearts so you don't lose a heart trick, right? But playing ace king of hearts is the best line to find the queen anyway. So I think that there's just only one way to play this. And if hearts are 4-0, we'll have a little bit more thinking to do. All right, claim. This is 20 points again. I think I had 21 last. No. What did I have last time? I forgot already. 21, yeah. So this is an even worse 2-club opener. I'm happy to just open a diamond here. Results have come in. So this one was bad. Which makes sense since we make 5 clubs and went minus 140. This one was good. Sure. I guess. I don't think I did anything too remarkable. But if you finesse in hearts, I suppose, you'll do badly. 1 spade is a heck of a bid to hear from partner. This is like the king of 4 clubs bids. You can't imagine a better hand for this bid. Great. So partner likes his hand and his key carding. I seem to have 2 controls and 2 key cards and the queen. Yep, that's true. All right. Five spades, 3 hearts is 8, 9. I have 12 tricks. I just need to avoid a heart ruff. May as well play the king here. I don't know. claim. So although the only danger in six spades was a ruff, and I didn't need to ruff anything, you might think that means, oh, 6-0 is better, but it's not, because we actually do need the spades as a potential second club stopper if they had led a club. In no trump, if they lead a club, you're toast. You don't have time to set up the hearts. You end up just taking 5 spades, 3 diamonds, and a club, 9 tricks. So 6 spades is the top spot. Do we open this one? No? I'm generally perfectly happy to open 5-4, 2-2 hands 1-0 if the 5-card suit is a minor. And this is in the right range for 1-0, right? 15 to 17. But I think it just does not communicate the hand very well. This hand is all about clubs. So I'm going to bid a club. I was planning to rebid a spade, but that's been taken from me. I don't think you can bid anything here. You just pass. I mean, what is this, 8 to 11 or something? Yeah. Well, I guess with 11, we would have a decent, like, 26 points and could maybe make a game. I bet Gib thinks I should bid 2-0 here. Do I agree with Gib? Not really. With him declaring it, especially, if East decides to lead a red suit instead of spades, which he may well, because East probably has like a singleton spade. And my kings are vulnerable. Yeah, I'm just going to pass here. Well, 2 spades and a heart. And hopefully 5 clubs is 8 tricks. Five clubs might have been a good contract. Not great, but fine. But 3-0 definitely would not have been. So we cash 1 round of clubs first. And then if West drops an honor... Like, if West has singleton honor, we can pick that up by playing ace, king, dropping 9, and then cross in spades to finesse. Maybe you should play the 9, actually, so that East might be tempted to cover from Jack 10 fourth. I don't think he should cover from Jack 10 fourth, but... Okay. The clubs are coming in. Good. Well, I'm just going to cash my 8 tricks. Wow. East had the ace of diamonds, even. But with the hearts wide open, we couldn't have afforded to try to set that up any faster than we did. You could leave the spades uncashed, or one of them anyway, and lead a diamond, but they could just cash too many hearts. It would not be good for you. I mean, if I had invited with 2-0, partner would raise, and we'd be in 3-0, which is, like, not good. It's a very, very bad contract. Turns out 5 clubs makes, right? Oh no, because you just don't have enough trumps to ruff all the clubs, and East is over or all the spades, and East is over ruffing anyway. Yeah. That's why counting losers is a shortcut that I try not to employ. because I always forget all the ways you have to correct it. Whereas if you just count winners, like, that's what you're actually scored on. You don't have to correct it. 17 points. Pretty good hand. Short spades, long hearts. I could understand 3 hearts or double here. I'm sure the field is bidding 3 hearts, and I think they're probably right. But, I mean, it could be the partner has like 2 hearts and 5 diamonds, and, you know, bidding hearts takes away our possibility to play diamonds. But the hearts are so good. Wow. It's quite a strong hand for a pass, partner. Okay, if you say so. So, what are we doing about the club losers? Because... Well, okay. So, you're in dummy twice. What should you spend those entries on? You can lead up to clubs or you can lead up to hearts. In clubs, you almost certainly need to lead up to the Jack-10 twice if you're going to play East for the Queen. And playing East for the Ace doesn't actually accomplish anything. Loaded the King, even if it succeeds, is like, well, sure, but you have 1 club which you could have gotten by just leading the King and then leading the Jack. So the only thing you could need to finesse in clubs is load the Jack. And you would need to do that twice, because East surely doesn't have a doubleton. We have 2 dummy entries, so we could hop Ace, club to the 10. But then, like, what if West wins the doubleton Queen, returns to East with the Ace, and gets a ruff? That would be sad, right? So the other possibility is that we finesse in hearts. And that's less likely to produce an extra trick, because it could be that, like, the heart was dropping anyway, or in particular that West has it dropping. That would be a real disaster. But I think it's probably still right because it has less potential for disaster. And we can always set up 1 club trick. So the question then is, how do you play the hearts? Normally, like with unlimited entries, the line you would want to take is Ace and then finesse Jack. And then if the suit is 4-0, finesse again. But I can't do that. I have to take 1 finesse now if I'm going to take it. And so low to the 10 first is better. It's worse if West has specifically stiff Queen, but it's better if he has any other singleton, which is 4 times as likely. So I think that's what I want to do. Ace, heart finesse. Now I can cash the Ace of Hearts, find out whether I need another heart finesse. I don't, but I did need 1, so that's good news. West has pitched a club. Should I not have played that last... I shouldn't have played that last heart. Oh... Because now I can't ruff my diamond loser in the north hand. I was sort of blind to that. And I know West doesn't have 4 diamonds, because they never... No. Oh, right. East opened. Oh, East! East! Opened 2 spades, and had Queen third of hearts. I somehow got confused and thought it was West who'd opened spades. Interesting. I'm going to play the King of Diamonds then, since East might have a singleton honor. No. Okay, well, fine. So actually, all that stuff I was saying earlier about needing to finesse East in clubs twice might not be true. It seems that East has one or two clubs. So if the queen is onside, we actually can pick it up here. Unsurprisingly, it's not. All right. And the diamonds are splitting anyway, not even punished for my mistake. But, yeah. If I had remembered who had bid two spades, then it would be really clear you shouldn't take the club finesse. And in fact, even the heart finesse is probably a bad idea. I'm very lucky that it worked. Imagine if I'd lost to queen third or something, and then it goes club ruffs? I guess they can only take one club ruff. Ace of clubs club, I don't even care because they're roughing my loser. Maybe the heart finesse was fine after all. And I got a 55. 17 points, easy no trump. Okay. Well, I have lots of heart stops. The main idea of this hand seems to be to set up the minors. Without getting the majors run against you. The 9 of hearts, huh? Does that mean East has Jack and 10? It should, shouldn't it? I do think the robots generally follow conventional lead agreements. There's no holding that would normally lead the 9 that includes the Jack or 10, given what I have. So, I guess in principle I have 4 heart stops. I think it's pretty important to attack clubs before diamonds here because the clubs are blocked and the diamonds are the entries to the clubs. I'll leave the Jack first. I don't think it matters very much. My entries to hand are actually a little precarious as well. So I want to be able to cash the last heart, right? I could try cashing the last heart, pitching a spade now. But I think it's not at all unlikely that East has all the remaining hearts, and that could set up 2 heart tricks for East to cash. Which is more than I can stand. I think I'd go ahead and just unblock the clubs here and risk losing access to the Queen of Hearts. Because probably I won't actually. Probably I can get to the Jack of Diamonds on the 4th round of the suit. And if they get in with clubs, like what are they going to do? Lead spades? Fine. Not with clubs. When they get in with the Ace of Diamonds. Oh. Should I play a diamond to the king now and then a club back and a diamond up to queen? No. No. There's no layout where that actually produces more tricks and it just messes up my entries. So I'm unblocking the clubs. I think I should cash this now. I don't want to cash the Queen of Clubs because I actually don't have a good pitch from the south hand. It's quite tangled in here. I guess I can't count on... Like, if I play the Queen of Diamonds and it's ducked, I can't count on an entry to both hands in diamonds. But who would duck here? It's too scary. Oh, well, maybe you should have. Okay, so now the Queen of Clubs is stranded. Great. Good news. But... What is West going to lead when I exit a heart? A diamond, I mean. A club gives me the dummy. I don't think West has any hearts. A spade improves my prospects in that suit. Alternatively, I could attack spades now. I'm going to play a diamond. I think you unblock the king here, right? I don't think East has pitched down to the bear jack. I think East has 2 hearts and 1 non-jack spade. Well, actually, suppose East did have the jack of spades. What was he supposed to do all this time? He had to keep all the hearts. Because I was going to be able to get to hand and cash hearts. So, actually, East might well have the jack of spades. Did the auction give me any clues? East passed, but, I mean, he's turned up with jack of hearts and ace of clubs. So we really have no idea, I think. What about West? West isn't even a passed hand. Could have, like, anything. Oh, no. So West had 4 diamonds and 2 hearts. And 3 clubs. So West had 4 spades. And East also had 4? Right? 4, 5, 1, 3. East has pitched twice and followed once. Oh, man. I don't know where the jack is. If East has it, I have to play the queen because it's dropping. If West has it, I have to play the 10. Because West still has... Because otherwise West will get the last trick with the jack of spades. Okay, can we do any psychology that would affect, like... Maybe if West had the jack, he would have defended differently? For some reason? Or vice versa? If East had the jack, he would have defended differently? Or one of them would have defended differently, I guess, to put more of a point on it. Why did West lead the 9 of hearts from 9 to Doubleton? Yeah, okay, that's something to think about. We know West's holding his ace something fourth of spades, 9x of hearts, ace fourth of diamonds, 3 small clubs. So I guess West was just trying to protect his aces. Don't underlead ace fourth is a general policy that makes sense. Ace jack fourth even more so. So that doesn't tell us too much. What about East? Have we learned anything about what he thinks? East was pretty sure that we could get to hand with a spade. But that doesn't tell us too much, because he knows he doesn't have the king or the ace. So I have to have one of them. East pitched heart, spade, spade on all the diamonds. That doesn't say too much. A human might pitch a spade while sweating heavily or something, and that would be different, but... What about the fact that East won the first club and returned another heart? Does that tell us anything? I don't think so. So it seems sort of like it's still a guess. I don't have any evidence. Like, they both had 4 spades. I don't think I have any strong negative inferences about what they would have done differently if the cards were laying out in one way or another. Well, I guess we could look at a little bit more. Why West ducked the second diamond, which makes sense. He knew he could hold the ace 10 or whatever over my jack. That's fine. But then when he won the diamond at the end, low die with the queen, king. I think West won the second one, right? And then returned another diamond to me. And then I exited the diamond. So that's a very passive defense, trying to avoid leading spades. I think that sort of more indicates someone who has the jack than someone who doesn't. Let's try the 10. No, I miscounted something apparently. East pitched 3 spades? No. Yes? I thought East had pitched a heart. Spade, spade, spade. Okay, well. That should have made it very clear, because I did know the layout, like everybody's shapes. Well, their starting shapes. Apparently I didn't know their actual shapes, because I wasn't paying enough attention to the discards. I thought East had only pitched 2. Kind of embarrassing to spend all that time on, like, a certain proposition. As long as you believe West had as a doubleton heart, which I do. The layout was guaranteed that playing the 10 was correct. I don't really know that this hand is good enough to splinter. 15 points, 4-card sport, and avoid. It's not the worst splinter in the world, but I think it's a little light. My hearts aren't very good either. But I have great controls. Yeah, I'll splinter, why not? Actually, yeah, that's right. 3 diamonds should be a splinter. The funny thing is, Gib thinks 3 diamonds and 4 diamonds mean the same thing. Partner loves it. We're going looking for another slam. I guess I will show 2 and the queen. You could alternatively bid 5 no trump, 2 and avoid. Which partner would, of course, know is diamonds. But I don't think showing partner the void is nearly as important as showing the queen of hearts here. And both of them force us to the 6th level anyway. Yeah, partner doesn't care about my void. Okay, winners. We have 4 spades. 3 clubs, probably 5. A diamond. So we just need to avoid losing 2 hearts. And there's only one reasonable way to do that. Ace of hearts, heart to the queen. The 9, I don't think is big enough to influence things, right? Like, could you play queen, run the queen, and then load a 9? Is that better for some reason? I don't think so, but let's think about it. Well, no, because it requires that West has the king, and then even so, it just doesn't help at all. Yeah, okay. So ace and low queen it is. And I'm not, I mean, if the suit is 4-1, I'm not going to make the contract. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't do this. Like, I'm not going to run out of trump control. So it's not going to cost me extra tricks to try this line if the suit is 4-1. All right, East can't give himself a ruff. Oh, but I guess if East had 4 clubs and 2 hearts, he could give West a ruff. So we couldn't quite claim at that point. But now I can just claim I'll draw a trump and cash a bunch of black cards. Oh, the clubs were 4-0, but not in the direction that they could do anything about. That's fortunate. 18 points here is an easy club, or should we downgrade this to 1 no? I think this downgrade would be completely uncalled for. All right, how do we do on this, by the way? 75, okay. Not that many tricks here, huh? I kind of need spades breaking well. Because the opponents can take at least 3 diamonds and at least 2 clubs if I let them in again. They may take 5 tricks before I even get a chance, but hopefully not. Okay, so I'm in. And if the spades are 3-3, then I can cash 9 tricks. 1 diamond plus 5 plus 3, yeah. I don't think there's much to it other than that. If I had a bunch of time, like if I had plenty of stoppers in the other suits, there could be something for like ace of spades, queen overtaken by king, I think. This looks like the kind of layout where sometimes that's right. If you're starved of entries to the north hand. Yeah, because if you only... Okay, it doesn't apply here. But suppose I had only 1 entry to the north hand outside of spades, which is true, only 1 heart. And furthermore, that I had plenty of stoppers in all the other suits, and I needed 4 spade tricks, not 5. Then it would actually be correct to play ace of spades, queen overtaking king. Because if the suit is 3-3, both lines work, right? You'll end up losing a spade you didn't have to lose, but you said you only needed 4, so that would be fine. However, if the suit is 4-2 and one defender has a doubleton jack or 10, by overtaking, you can lead from the north hand to force out the other honor and still have an entry to cash the rest of the suit. Whereas if you had played ace-queen and then crossed and played king, well, you have to lose a spade now with no entries left to the north hand. So, as I say, that doesn't apply here, but when you see a layout like this, it's something you should be thinking about. In this case, though, we just have to cash everything and hope the spades are breaking. In fact, with the 10 falling, if you were in another scenario where you had plenty of stoppers, you could now guarantee the contract by overtaking with the king. Guaranteeing 4 spade tricks with just the 1 outside entry. I can't do that because I need 5 spade tricks. And also, I don't have enough time. It's a match point event, right? And so maybe going down 1 would be good enough, and you could say, oh, I only need 4 spade tricks. The problem is I also don't have any time in the side suits, so I would get roasted if I concede any spades at all. And, a happy day. The spades are splitting. So this pretty bad 3-no trump rolls home. Because, they can easily take 2 diamonds, and they could have taken 3 clubs, but it's a little hard to find. You can't blame them. That's kind of a funny thing, too, about, I don't know, declare play in general, is at the beginning of the hand, you generally know more than the defenders do about what's going to happen. And you can sometimes figure out, okay, how is this hand going to look to the defenders? What's going to be easy for them to do and what's going to be hard? And, on this hand, it's pretty easy for them to continue diamonds. It might not be so easy for them to find a club switch. That's very dangerous, right? They might well find it, but they won't always. And, I was playing at the club this week, and my left-hand opponent was a very strong player, certainly better than me. It makes it sound like I think I'm a very strong player. I think I'm a decent player. I made day 3 of the blue ribbons. I'm all right. The previous nationals, I made day 3 of the life master pairs. I'm all right. So, but she's better. She plays in international events. And I had a situation where I was declaring a no trump contract, and she led a diamond, and I had like Jack third on dummy and Ace Queen tight in hand. Low, low Queen, and I know that what the defenders need to do is keep attacking diamonds. But it's pretty hard for her to do that, looking at Jack X and dummy and knowing I have the ace. Like, it's only right if I have Ace Queen Doubleton, and it's wrong a lot of the time. So I planned out my play assuming that although she is a very good player, she would still not find the right defense. And it came to pass. I forget the rest of the hand. She did something else that I was hopeful that she might do, and didn't attack diamonds in time. Oh no, I remember. She had Jack 10 tight of hearts, and it was actually very similar to the one where I had Ace King Queen 8. I had the really solid heart holding. Where is it? Here, this one. I had a holding a lot like this. I think it was actually like King X, Ace Queen 8X in hand. And she had Jack 10 Doubleton and switch to the 10. I don't quite understand something about their carding agreements. And eventually her partner misunderstood the layout and pitched too many hearts, and so I got to win all my last heart. Anyway. But like this, the defenders won't always find the best line. And sometimes as declarer, you can anticipate this, and indeed even try to cause it sometimes. There's another hand that same night where I needed to duck a diamond in a no-trump contract. It was the only way I could really take any more tricks. But like to try to set up a 4-3 suit, hope the suit's 3-3. But if I did, the opponents would have found it pretty easy to switch to hearts. I had like 4 small opposite 3 small. And I didn't have any pressing time constraints, except for the fact that they might cash a bunch of hearts. So I let a low heart. And they cashed 2 of them, but then switched to a diamond. And I ducked that, and then I enjoyed the diamonds being 3-3. So trying to find spots where you can get the opponents to have the wrong view of the hand. Anyway, so we got 73 here. 4. I think you should absolutely bid 3-no. Like, both players bid the obviously correct things. But 3-no isn't very good. But sometimes they misdefend. The cards are laid out in such a way that it's hard for the defenders to find the right defense. Why are we getting a 73? Like, beats me. This is the auction that you should have if you're playing the system the robots play. So, and once you're there, there's really only one reasonable thing you can do. And I did it. So I think this 73% means a large portion of the field tried some other weird auction. Maybe they opened 1-no. I don't think that's totally crazy. I think a lot of them did, and some of them did it because they are crazy. But this is Ace Queen tight of spades is not the greatest thing. Queen empty 5th is not the greatest source of tricks. I didn't want to bid 1-no, but I wouldn't someone told me they thought they had a good reason to open 1-no. I wouldn't say you're insane. Sure. 6 hearts here. Yeah. It's not a good slam, right? It needs hearts both 3-2 and the king onside, less than 50%. We shouldn't be there. So the 3 diamond. Is 3 diamonds an overbid? Gibb thinks it means the same thing as 4 diamonds, which is kind of ridiculous. It should be like 4 diamonds but weaker, or something. Or maybe 4 diamonds should guarantee a void, or whatever. There should be a difference. But Gibb thinks my 3 diamonds is... okay, looking at the north hand, it is a pretty good hand. You probably should push to slam opposite 3 diamonds, but it so happens that the wasted queen of diamonds would be much better if it were a heart card. But the slam's still not horrible. Alright, anything else to say about these? I think I mostly reviewed the hands as they were happening. I don't remember the details. I don't remember anything that I felt I needed to go back over. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.